If a woman says that she likes you or shows signs that she likes you, what it usually doesn't mean is, I like you no matter what. Instead, what it means is, I like you unless you start behaving in unattractive ways. Now, the reason women do that is not because they're mean and because they're so difficult to impress and they're so picky and choosy and so forth. Instead, women are naturally programmed. They are wired to feel attracted to certain traits and feel turned off by other traits. And as it turns out, the traits that women feel attracted to are actually beneficial to you as a man. Right? So I'll give you 3 examples of what women feel attracted to versus turned off by, and you'll understand that what women are trying to see in you is actually something that benefits both you and her. Right? So confidence versus insecurity. So as you may know, women feel attracted to confident men and they feel turned off by insecure men, right? And sometimes a guy isn't very confident around women that he finds attractive. And he may feel like it's not fair that women don't feel attracted to him because he's a good guy and he has good intentions and he's intelligent, right? So what's the problem? Just like me for the fact that I'm a good guy. And he feels like if he's insecure around her and he's nervous and so forth, then she should just accept that he's like that, and she should like him anyway. Yet the thing is, women aren't wired and programmed to breed weakness into the human race by rewarding nervousness, rewarding insecurity, rewarding a guy who's timid and unsure of himself. Women aren't wired to reward that. The system of their attraction, their instincts are wired to want to be with a man who is confident. So she can then feel safe and she can then respect him. And she can then follow him. She can feel like she is protected by him. She can look up to him. Other men are going to potentially respect him too. And therefore, she is going to feel safer. Attraction is a very fundamental, primal thing. It's not based on, oh, well, look, he's a nice guy. He's a good guy. He's got good intentions. I'll feel attracted to him because he deserves it. He's really good as a guy, right? She doesn't feel attracted based on what a guy deserves. She feels attracted based on her instincts being triggered, right? This guy is displaying confidence, therefore she feels attracted without having to think about it. This guy is displaying insecurity and nervousness, therefore she feels turned off without having to think about it. She doesn't have to think, well, he's feeling nervous, so I don't want to feel attracted now. It just switches on or off based on what behavior the man is displaying. So the trait of confidence that women are looking to see if you have is beneficial to you. And being insecure and nervous and unsure of yourself around a woman is not beneficial to you, right? You're going to feel much better as a man if you feel confident versus insecure, nervous, timid, and unsure of yourself, right? So it's not as if women are looking for something that is unreasonable and that is unfair to men. It's something that is beneficial to the man and the woman. The next one, neediness versus emotional independence. So imagine a scenario where you meet a woman that you like and you feel needy to get with her. You feel desperate to get with her. You are trying really hard to hopefully impress her, hopefully win her over, hopefully be chosen by her, and you feel desperate to be with her. That's not going to feel good for you, and it's not going to feel good for her. Now, you may enjoy some part of it where you are so in love with her, you're infatuated with her and so forth. You may get some enjoyment out of that, but all the stress, the worry, the heartbreak and rejection is not going to feel nice for you. It's not good for you, right? You don't want that. You want to feel loved. You want to feel respected. You want to feel wanted by the woman. And one of the ways to get that is to display the trait that women are looking for, which is emotional independence. And that is essentially the opposite of neediness. I could say non-neediness, but a lot of people don't know what neediness actually is. So an easy way to understand the opposite is to say emotional independence. And what that means is that you feel confident, you feel happy, you are forward moving in life, regardless of what she says or does. Regardless of what happens between you and her. You feel attracted to her, you want to be with her, but you don't actually need her. And she senses that. And that is attractive to a woman because deep down, instinctively, women know that if a man is desperate for them and needs to get a result with them, it either means that other women don't like him and he has a difficult time attracting women, so women must not like him for some reason, or he doesn't have much purpose in life, and he's going to be one of those guys who makes the woman his purpose in life, and his life is essentially all about her, and he becomes a needy boyfriend where he wants to spend all of his time with her. He needs her to constantly reassure him that she loves him. He gets upset and sensitive if she's not showing that, and so forth. He will potentially or most likely be one of those boyfriends early on or in the long run. And women don't want that, right? It's not an attractive experience for them, and it actually can be quite a dangerous experience for them as well if the guy is not getting what he wants, right? Women don't feel like they are as strong as men, and they have that deep worry, that instinct that the man could actually turn against them and he could turn violent and so forth. But a man who is emotionally independent doesn't need the woman's respect, attraction, or love to feel confident or good about himself. He feels confident and good about himself no matter what, and that automatically makes her respect him more, feel more attracted to him, and love him more. Additionally, the woman always knows that if she doesn't treat him well, if she doesn't maintain her attractiveness, he could actually leave her. Right? He's not a desperate guy who's clinging on to her for dear life, and no matter what happens, no matter how badly she treats him, he's just gonna cling on like that. He doesn't need her to do anything to be attractive to him because he just needs her. That's not going to be a good experience for her, and it's not going to be a good experience for him. It's much better for a man and a woman initially and in the long run if he's emotionally independent, right? So when he's initially interacting with her, she is feeling attracted to the fact that he's confident and emotionally independent. He might add in some humor and make her feel attracted to that as well. She's feeling attracted to him, but she notices that he's not trying hard to hopefully pick her up. So she then turns on her charms and tries to win him over. And in the process of doing that, she begins to fall for him. And that feels better for him and her, right? She gets to feel excited and feel like she's going to be the special girl who wins him over. And he gets a woman who wants him, appreciates him, is trying to be with him. And sure, he's treating her well at the same time. It doesn't mean that a guy needs to be arrogant and treat a woman badly. Instead, he's in the position of power, because with women, it's either going to be you or her who is in the position of power. And it feels better for both the man and the woman if the man is in the position of power but doesn't abuse that power, right? If he still treats her well, but he's in that position where she feels so attracted to him and she feels the need to impress him and continually win him over and maintain his interest, and he's also treating her well. He's also making her feel loved and wanted. That's a very special dynamic. And emotional independence is one of the traits that trigger attraction inside of a woman that help to create that dynamic between a man and a woman. So the third one, assertiveness versus timidness. So you would understand that you're not going to feel good about yourself if you're timid, right? If you're feeling afraid of the woman's potential reaction to what you're going to say or do, you're not going to feel good. You're going to feel like that's a horrible experience. You're worried, you're stressed, you're anxious, you're fearful. That's not fun for you. And it's not fun for the woman, right? Women want some loving assertiveness from a man, or some masculine assertiveness from a man. It's not a domineering assertiveness where it's like, do whatever I tell you to do, woman. Instead, it comes from a place of love, where you are being the more assertive one to lead the way, or a place of traditional core masculinity, where you just be the one who is more assertive. Now, some guys say, well, look, I'm not an assertive guy, right? I don't like being assertive, right? And it's not fair that I have to be assertive in order for women to find me attractive. But what the guy doesn't understand is that when he starts to be more assertive as a man, other men respect him. His co-workers respect him more. He feels better about himself. He feels stronger, right? What women are looking for in a man, what they naturally feel attracted to, is of benefit to you and the woman. Women are a natural challenge for us men, and they present an opportunity for us to level up and become stronger, or level down and become weaker and bitter. Women, they're so difficult, they're this or that, and it's not fair, and throwing their hands up, stamping the feet, and so forth. I'm just going to do my own thing, like women are too difficult, they don't like me, and so forth. A guy can go down that path if he wants, but when he does that, he's not flowing with nature and leveling up and experiencing the benefits that come with it, right? But when a man understands and accepts that women are a natural challenge to us men and that it's a benefit to us men, and he then becomes more attractive in terms of his behavior, his mindset, his attitude and personality, that is of benefit to him. He feels better about himself, right? He starts feeling like a more confident, self-assured man. He feels more able to handle himself in social situations. Other people respect him more. They like him more. In the work environment, he gets promoted so much more easily. He feels worthy of the promotion. He feels confident to go after it. He goes and gets it. He starts leveling up as a man. That is of benefit to him. And it's also incredibly attractive to women. Now, some guys may still think, but it's not fair, right? Why can't women just like me for being the good guy that I am? You know, why can't they just like me and I don't have to do anything? Well, it's just the way that this reality works. If you think about it, you'll see the same pattern repeating over and over again, right? If you play a video game, you can't just sit there with the controller and say, the game should just let me win because I deserve it. I'm a good guy. So all the opponents and all the things that I have to beat, just fall over and let me win, right? It just doesn't work like that. You've got to go through and overcome the challenges and level up, and then you become stronger, and then you get more weapons or you get more features or more abilities, and you level up and, oh, this is cool, and it gets more and more fun. Or if a guy goes out to a sports playing field and just stands there and says, look, I should just be allowed to win. I shouldn't have to compete here. I shouldn't even have to kick the ball. You should just let me win. Obviously, that's not going to happen, right? The way that this life works is that you have an opportunity to level up. You have an opportunity to become stronger, to become more competent, to become more able. And women are naturally attracted to men who display traits that suggest they would be competent. It doesn't mean that a man has to achieve anything in life in order to be able to attract a woman, because if he did, then no guy at school, at university, working a part-time job, a casual job, a low-paying job would ever be able to attract women and get a girlfriend. But they can, right? It's not about having to be super amazing as a man and achieve lots of things and then women like you. No, you will be attractive to women right now if you start displaying traits that attract them versus traits that turn them off. And what's important to understand is that every trait that a woman is looking for in terms of your behavior, your attitude and personality is of benefit to you. It actually makes you feel better as a man. It makes your life work better, and it makes you level up and enjoy life so much more.